we're back. So yeah, back again on another episode of Knights of That Old Republic. Yeah, and I think where we left off, we were just kind of like midway through this gang cellar here. I think I probably dumped some points into that junk pile droid, and it didn't really like net me anything, but basically the topic I want to hit today, I think we want to heal him. The topic I want to hit today is conservationism, which I guess, you know, somewhat goes in hand in hand with last week's kind of topic of sustainability, and also just like my thoughts on how people kind of romanticize a lot of that kind of stuff, like nature in general. And then we might get into some other topics, or I might just say, I want to cut the opinion commentary and just play a dang video game, like I'm sure some of you would like me to do. But on the short of it, it's like, never mind. Zalbar, what are you doing? Zalbar, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing, homie? Oh my god. Oh, this man has doomed us all. He's doomed us all. Oh, what are you thinking? This man, God, conservationism. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Look at this dummy, right? These dumb Wookiees over here, just ignoring the CPU, run straight through the gas mines. No matter what is put in place for them, they just do whatever the heck they want. And this guy over here is like, why do we put any money into conserving or saving you guys, Zalbar? If y'all are just gonna, you know, throw caution to the wind, evolution to the wind at any given moment, and just remove yourselves from the gene pool. You guys are like gunning for first place in the Darwin Awards here, you know? God, come on, man. Yeah, I was a little stressed because these guys weren't that tough, but a lot of these special pass, we gotta loot it maybe. A lot of this kind of area has been really tough, so I'm not really digging. These must be things we get to like after we complete everything. Not really digging Zalbar's look there. But I guess that weirdly, is this guy bad? He's kind of dinking around over here. I guess we can explore a little bit before we go in there. I bet this is like something we could blow up with, like if we got into one of the computer systems over here. What's on the map, by the way? Yeah, we can go loading bay. Yeah, so I think this is where we need to go to get the passes probably, but yeah, basically the topic I wanted to get into, as hilariously as Zalbar just totally desired to off himself there. Oh, that's to the office. Were we in the office? I don't even remember where we came from. I feel like it was right here. Yeah, we came from the main base. The main point I want to get into today was conservationism, and basically, you know, I'm, as anybody can probably tell at this point, I'm pretty big into like the whole sustainability and trying to live kind of a sustainable garage head's office. Oh, there we go. This is what we needed. Thank you. I'm very into the sustainability and the conservationism, and just in general, the idea of being responsible for what you do in this life, because we're all, you know, for me, I have a good life and I have money and I have time, and if I have all those things, then I should be able to do the extra things, go the extra mile to make sure I have less of a footprint on this world that's negative versus positive. And the way I look at my thoughts on conservationism is that I don't necessarily agree with the huge plethora of conservation plans and charities that take tons of public money and then end up sending large amounts of really critically endangered animals such as pangolins which are like a big sticking point for endangered and critically endangered creatures, or like they are like a really endangered animal, and then take them and then go reintroduce them into environments that are unsustainable for them to prosper in, mainly because of extreme rates of poaching, or I mean, I think in that scenario that's it, or just like in habitats that are dangerous or no longer sustainable for them. Like, and I think from my research in pangolins that they're very sensitive to temperature, they're very sensitive to variance in climate, and they don't typically do well, which is true of some things, like even Zalbar over here. I imagine that, Big Z over here, he doesn't do well in small spaces. If you keep the temperature, or even if you keep temperatures consistent, he'll just die of depression, at some point, which is something that I think that actually does happen to a lot of animals in confined spaces like these, where they're just forced to walk in circles and be fuzzy and go all day, you know what I mean? And I think that's been true of pangolins for that example, but I don't, as far as I understand, even though there are like difficulties in getting animals into captivity or getting animals to different creatures to breed in captivity, whether via naturally or artificial insemination, I think that is the thing that is worth pursuing with public funding, or private funding, or whatever kind of donations, any kind of funding, because that's where the end goal, that's the realistic solution. I don't think there's going to be, it's one thing to change entire cultural mindsets and government policies to stop people from being able or wanting to poach pangolins, even though there are tons of protections on them. People are like willing, in a desperate, these desperate environments where a lot of these endangered species live, people are willing to risk their entire livelihoods for the chance to get a big sale on a tiger pelt, ivory, pangolin scales, anything that will sell on a black or gray market to China or to Korea or Thailand. Even though, strangely enough, as far as rhino horns go, rhino horns were never part of actually like Chinese culture. Like as far as like rhino horn like being like a something to stimulate, being like an aphrodisiac. That was something I think that was introduced in the 50s by a guy who was selling rhino horns, and then it just stuck that it was this old like Chinese thing, which is totally bizarre. But yeah, I just don't really feel the necessity to spend all that money on things that aren't conservation programs. And you can hear Connor screaming in the other room about Final Fantasy 14. You can imagine how fun it is to be sleeping at night and your girlfriend's got to get up at 4 a.m. and Connor's like, oh my god, in the other room. I love you, man, but you're one of the loudest dudes I know. But yeah, that's how I feel about conservation. And I think that it's wrong to romanticize nature in any kind of way, just like Big Z here, because nature is all about survival just like people are, and in even worse ways than human culture has allowed to be. This guy doesn't even know that we're having this like deep conversation out here before he gets stabbed in the back by this Star Wars stand-in for a lightsaber before you actually allowed to have them. I think nature is kind of, as Werner Herzog said, it's like the birds they're screaming, they're not singing. I think a lot of people go and they take a naturalistic worldview as a right worldview. They take naturalistic medicines as right medicines. They take anything that's natural as the better way of doing it. I've seen people like rub like yam juice on their legs and just decide in the moment that that is a mosquito repellent without thinking that it could actually be a mosquito attractor. Or they could eat things that are not, vetted, like properly vetted by intelligent people, by people that are just like them. They just kind of look like all natural things are good, and then eat something toxic or eat something that gives them a nasty stomach bug or something. And or like look at like the way that like a deer lives as being some kind of like ideal thing because it's natural. Well, naturally, these Wookiee dudes, or any creature, lives to survive, and survive sometimes means kill babies, survive. To them, you know, sometimes it means kill babies, eat babies, infect other bodies, and then burst out of them like parasites, cannibalize members of your own species, eat your own poop. Like literally every disgusting or horrible thing you can think of, nature has tried it because it means it could survive. Like lions literally kill their own or kill other cubs because it allows lionesses to enter heat. So if you can imagine if human women weren't like fertile or able to have, you know, able to have sex and procreate all year long, would humans like kill babies in order to get sex? It's a really weird concept that humans don't really have to think about. Maybe a little scientifically inaccurate. I know that bottlenose dolphins are sexually active all year round and they kill babies too, but either way, don't romanticize nature because killing babies. That's my thesis. Let's stab this dude in the back. What up? He came with the roundhouse, dude. He's like, I heard you outside, man. The only baby I'm about to kill is you. Right in the face. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, these are the swoops, I guess. The not pod racers, because the pods would be too big. Radiation shield. What's this? Oh, cool. Volker gang member. They all have that back kick, dude. They're all with the sweet chin music. I really love the pre-canned animations in this game. I think they really they kind of sell the combat a little bit better. Like if they ever did like a fan update of this, and I think they were trying on it. I'll wait till we get to the next world or a section where it's gonna get a little bit more challenging, but yeah, I think I know that there was a mod for this that was being developed for a long time that looked really cool. Maybe a bit Unreal Engine-y, like the way how like people always just be like, what would Mario look like if he was in the Unreal Engine? And it's just him in that kite demo with all the grass, and it looks horrible. But it was a little bit like that, but generally it was cool. Oh geez, here we go. It was cool, but of course, Star Wars Disney shut it down. Bunka binka, bunka bing bunka binka.
It was never yours to begin with.
Oh, is this Bregic? I don't know who it is. This character model's been used so many times.
Wanna chick yongi? Wanna vota contitarati? Chichinto Coca-Cola yame jua.
Yeah, give him the old Knights of the Old Republic eyebrow. They all do this. Forget it. How about I just kill you instead? I am a good guy. This is the Paragon Run. You will not take away my light side points and prevent me from getting those awesome healing abilities. Alright, so maybe we should have saved before doing this, but as long as we got nades, we should be okay. Another nade. I think I hit my own homie with the nade, but I absolutely need him to he has to use it per round of combat. Doesn't he have an overshield or something? How do we say use the overshield? Oh, it should be in his inventory probably, right? No? Frag grenades, iron grenades, we have like every variety of grenades that is like even, that could even be, oh, it's in the bottom right. Okay, there we go. Use your energy shield. I'm gonna use an energy shield. You're gonna use an energy shield. Alright, so yeah, this is the good old wait mode. Just go over there, then activate that good. Activate that good. There you go. Yeah, you absolutely want to use those things, man. I think I scale with strength, as I said before, so using this stuff is optimal. Just hit this guy, man. God. How is everyone unable to hit this man, like, at all? Good. Get him. Use the med pack, please. Okay. So I guess I gotta wait for him to, like, just do power attack. Do power attack. Get him. Get him. Make your sword sparkly! I don't really understand what a round is in this. Is it actually turn-based? I thought it was just you go and you go. But, yeah, it's not that bad. This wasn't that bad of an exchange. Of course my guy died again, but that's kind of par for the course. We would have been screwed without the energy shields, though. But you were kind of screwed anyways, because you're just some non-Wookiee dweeb. Ooh, look at this. Verpine headband. Alright. Yeah, you were frozen for a second, huh? You thought that you could just... Oh man, everything. Everybody's... All the drops. You thought you could just freeze up for me, Taco Bell, but... That's no buenas. Dang, we have like no medkits, though. Alright, what did we get? So this was +2 will, +2 awareness, +3 will, not usable by Wookiees, just in case you were curious. Alright, so now I got this. I'm sure that's gonna look weird. Put this. I want to give her the amplifier. And Wookiees can't like use anything. Oh, fortitude, yeah. Yeah, give him another thing. What does a Sith energy shield do? Oh, it has more uses. Dang, I didn't even know these things had use. These things are so good, man. Why wouldn't you always use this? Can we give constitution packages to these guys? Yeah. Sweet. Alright, cool. I shouldn't have... I'm dumb. I shouldn't have even done that, because he's gonna level up anyways. God, you're so trash, Taco Bell. We liked computers. We like treat injury. We like persuade. Okay, we'll do that. And we get feats. Uncanny dodge, thank God. I feel like you scale so bad in the beginning. Can we please get improved power attack? What is this? +1 to all saving throws. +1 to repair, security, and computer use. Power blast. I don't use guns ever with this guy. I think this is a godlike. This bicep thing. I feel like, as I said before, like the scaling on that is like ridiculous. Which you should probably just always go for with your main guy. This guy looks like a guy who would like teach you how to pick up girls on YouTube. Like he'd have like those, like this weird like future version of Oakley's and like some like cargo shorts and like a Dare shirt on, and would be like, I'm gonna teach you how to pick up girls. Oh man, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna tell you how to pick up girls at Whole Foods. Nice. Alright. Oh, this is the swoop accelerator. This is what they wanted, so that we can get into those Bombad races. Bombad clot. Alright, so the Becks are all wrecked. Open the security door. Nice. Alright, so I think that does it for this area. But yeah, I'll just do like a precautionary save in GTFO. Yeah. Save, new save. Verb. I don't like saving over things as much in this game because sometimes you miss things, or you want to redo side quests, or you want to do one thing or the other. I think we killed everybody in here, but hopefully they're not like respawning or anything. This is the... okay, cool. But yeah, no, I do feel that like conservation programs need to be more geared towards... oh, look, supplies. This would have been nice earlier. They do need to be more geared towards like zoos and long-term plans for creatures to be put into captivity. And I don't mean just like regular zoos, because a lot of zoos, even great zoos like Animal Kingdom in San Diego and all these places, they're always geared towards public viewing, and they're not. I do think it's very important that the public get like a good and hands-on appreciation for the creatures. God, your body just doesn't decompose, does it? Generic green Twi'lek. It doesn't, maybe I'll go back to the cantina real quick. Yeah, I feel like there's stuff I can turn in. It doesn't, it's really important that people get that hands-on, but I do think that it is perhaps more important that the animals are able, that the intent of the conservation at the wherever they're being kept at is kept intact. And I think that, like, I've gone to places in Miami where they've had really interesting stuff for hands-on stuff. Like I've gotten the opportunity just through other things I've done and through the zoos to be able to get hands-on with tigers and snow leopards and lemurs and monkeys and apes and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I think it, like, for some people that's important too. I'm gonna talk to this guy and I'll get back on topic. I wanna...
Mana tota hakuchi krala bole kaba.
Yeah, I got her. Dancing. I'm gonna get it like Tyler C out here. He's a maniac on Taurus 5 that rotates the Endabar system. I don't know the lore. Is this gonna be like DDR? Please tell me it's gonna be like the Yakuza dancing. Man, the dancing in DDR and the karaoke are the best parts. There's gonna be some bug, and I'm not gonna be able to do this right. Let's get it. Yeah. The Teresian Jive. Very impressive. He was doing the jitterbug. Very impressive. Good technique. Dang, I didn't realize that's good. Shepard would be killing it, bro. This guy's over here just like giving it the midsection, and Shepard's over here like, it's all upper body with him. Like, it's all of this. That's what's evolved through the different games. When you're in Knights of the Old Republic, you're just, you know, midsection, and then when you're past that, you're just all upper body. Yeah, let's get it. At the club. Woohoo! Yeah. I guess they just want the tension, you know? I bet there's not even an audition. This guy's like, oh yeah, they paid me the money direct. Here you go. 200 credits. They're like, are you sure this wasn't just for you, man? This slug dude, the HUD over there is like, what are you doing? I just felt uncomfortable and I didn't really want to ask them to leave. I usually have people to do that, but they're all out killing mercenaries, so I've just been kind of sitting here. Will this mess it up? Man, the rhythm is just insane today, dude. How do they even get like this? Is there music going? Is there even music, or is just the background music for clubs supposed to be it? Oh, I'm gonna get the job, right? Yeah, Tuli Ramen, whatever. You're a little beneath me now? If I see the Starlight Entertainers, I'll be sure to tell them. Apologies. You have anything else to turn into this guy? No? I think I've... Yeah, I feel like there's... Oh, maybe I have enough money or something to buy off the one lady's debt or persuade this guy. The persuade set is so OD.
Hey, it's like I told you. If I... Don't worry, I'll stick to money.
Yeah. Money solves everything. As long as you got money and you're good at talking, you don't have to even raise a vibroblade against... Is this literally exactly the same dude? I think so. I wonder if he just disappears forever or like what goes on. Oh, there's Holdan. Cool.
What do you want now? I don't want to waste my time answering a bunch of questions.
I'm here to have a few drinks and watch the dancing girls and enjoy it by myself. Of course, I'm not in the room with the dancing girls anymore, but they didn't write any more stuff.
I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's up plus. I used to be an intergalactic... Davik's ship is the fastest one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebonhawk can't get off Taurus until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes. It's not like it's some big secret. Fine by...
Well, I mean, I guess he's just kind of giving me plot spoilers here. Hold in. Well, I mean, at least it's cool that he stays there, but, oh yeah, back to, Conservancy. Also, they added this weird guy just for this game, and they never ever did anything with this alien race again. Which I wish they had done. It would have been cool to see them in the modded version. But yeah, let's get back to the hidden Becks. But yeah, I think that, you know, it's important for a lot of zoos and a lot of zoo equivalents to give people hands-on time, but I feel like there could be, like, a big opening in a space for, like, an Animal Kingdom-esque theme park that's only about, you know, conservation. I hate this voice actress.
Go in and speak to Gaddon if you want.
Oh, God. This just sounds so weird. I think there's an opening in that industry to, you know, create a park that protects endangered species, but also, you know, stewards, you know, protects endangered species, allows people to get interaction with them, and entirely focuses on giving them enough space and habitat. You know, like, I feel like if you take out everything else, like an Animal Kingdom-esque place would be really good for that. And perhaps it could be profitable. I don't know how, but maybe with the one-on-ones. I have very little understanding of the economics of zoos.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike. Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hidden Beck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed.
Yeah, let's get into those Final Fantasy VII motorbike races.
You can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
I mean, it's rigged, right? Like, shouldn't it be easy?
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator is unstable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders.
Use force prevent explosions.
They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
That's true, man. Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's advance the plot.
You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine.
And here comes a cutscene I'm positive I'm going to have to re-edit into this footage
You have
later.
the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
Or maybe not? Okay. You spend a restless night in the Beck base. In the morning, one of the Becks take you to the swoop racing pits, where only racers and mechanics are allowed to go. Just doing this makes me think of that scene in, I love that race. Makes me, think of that really cool scene in, Broly where he hits him with the boom, boom, and like the laser blast comes up. That was so sick. That movie was awesome. Yeah, I haven't played this in 20 years, so I love it. I also didn't play it on PC, so I have no idea. So it's Mario Kart. He goes out on the loan because we weren't sure if we could handle that, putting them not alone. Probably won't happen. But there's always a chance. Yui! Alright, let's get it. Oh, what up, Frick? Why do you have the same voice as the other alien race? this is the other girl. Wantam wantam wan.
Rundi hadonga kuhungabi. Wana tonghai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang inkotu.
The Becks are really scraping the bottle of the hay Bastila. What up? Hot Jedi mistresses. See, it's cool that back then, like, you could have betrayed the Hidden Becks and gone with the Black Vulcars to do the Sith run, and there's like almost every planet has some significant way to change things, like the kind of direction of the plot. And Mass Effect like tried to do some of that, but it never really panned out because their whole premise was that whatever you do in the first game will affect the second game heavily, and then that'll affect the third game, which would be the conclusion, heavily as well. But this game like kept it in one, and it really holds up, I think. 3843. And I'm sure I will not know the button to switch gears. Left click the mouse to accelerate and shift gears. Use D and A to avoid obstacles. And hit, okay, well I guess we just go forward. Dang, what a bunch of douches. You see how they put that right in front of it? This is pretty fun. Ah! Woo! Aw, crushed it. 2668. That's when they put the nitrous in. Fast and the Furious 1. Dang, it was really that easy. I remember it being more stressful. Maybe it's because using DA and is easier than... Oh, never mind. Dang, how did he beat my time? What did he do to beat it? That was pretty close, I thought. Maybe it really was stressful. Zah. Jeez. Alright, I gotta get like 20. I'm gonna be ripping off this, dude. I didn't know you could click. Go! Go! This is more like a drag race. $24.53, boys. Ooh, nice. You did it. 20 years. I have never seen anybody handle a swoop like that. This guy's like the most. Oh my God! This guy's like the commentator's booth at Evo. He's James Chen. He's crying out here. Tokido's over in the corner, like, swoop biking is something so great. Only FGC people would understand that. We're breaking records. Oh dang! Did I win? Nobody gets under 25? He just impaled himself with a sword in the head, so he was the most daring swoop rider that the Dragon's ever seen. Brejik, a unique character model.
Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize.
The so-called champion of the Becks with their prize.
Beat it. Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator.
A prototype accelerator?
Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm
treachery of the highest caliber!
You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself,
I
nobody can
wanted to
stop
sell her on the slave market for myself. Boosh! Yeah, pick up the Reaper blade.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brejik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Focus to me! Kill this woman! Kill
Sass.
this Swoop Rider! Kill them all!
Kill them all! Alright, so... hit the energy shield. Oh shit, it's just me. Alright. Hit that energy shield. Go in! Where did he go? Oh. Give him the good stuff. Power attack. Power attack! This thing... just go... okay, whatever. This thing never hits, man. I'm gonna go kill this dude. Thank you, God. The mobs seem to go down because their evasion is not as good. Just stab them. There you go. Why is the accuracy so bad? Does power attack like make my accuracy like go down infinitely? Like seriously. This feels like sometimes I just cannot hit this dude, you know? See? Thank you. Gods. Give me the loot before they take me out of the instance. Yikes.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulcans will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner.
She's wearing like a Renaissance corset. See like the flowers?
I don't believe
Or the attempt at flowers?
You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
My name is Taco Bell. Also, I got cool glasses, can't you tell?
Well, we don't have time for it now. We have to get out of here before the Sith show up to sort out this mess. Is there somewhere safe we can go?
I've got somewhere safe I can go.
Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulcans would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess. I'm much quieter than the music going on in the background.
I may have been a prisoner, but a Jedi is never helpless. Maybe you've heard of a little thing called the Force? But I suppose I shouldn't be too hard.
Dang, y'all should flirt harder,
You
man.
did try to save me after all, even if it didn't go quite as planned. So let's get down to business. We're not out of danger yet. If I'm
Let's
going to
get
figure out a
down
way
to
for us get off this
business.
planet, I need to know what kind of resources we can draw on. First, are we the only two survivors left from the End of Spire? Karth and Nasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Karth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Karth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your...
I feel like they compensated on the lips with her, man.
Despite
She's,
my
instead of being
I
like,
still tend to act a bit rash
she's all like,
sometimes.
what is that?
Please take me to Karth right away.
What is the back end of that
We'll
outfit?
figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
This will have to be added in. Ugh. Attack.
You cannot win, Revan.
That was the JoJo. I guess no one can win. Her eyes, right? They really didn't get eyelids right
You're alive.
in this. She
Finally,
was like,
things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time? I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly. Hopefully our escape from Taurus will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brejik.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
Yes, you're right, of course. I apologize, Karth. This has been a difficult time for me. Of course, I'm happy to listen to your advice. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth.
I wonder if they'll inject the
Soon
fact that I
start looking
found
better.
out about
I've
the
already
Sith
been a prisoner
codes.
of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith. I think we'll need some help getting off Terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. Is something wrong? You seem as if some...
Oh, it like instantly put us into one of these like bonding missions.
A vision? A vision of what? This is strange. Such visions are often a sign of Force sensitivity.
You were also naked, and Revan was also a lady with 3 boobs. And you guys weren't fighting, you were... anyways, the Force, right?
I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the Force. It would not be unheard of. When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own Force abilities.
I wouldn't have
It is
called it fighting like
in
you
the
were doing
excitement
with
of the battle's aftermath, the Force allowed
Darth
you to
Revan.
witness one of my more intense memories.
Some might say it was.
The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape
Master,
Taurus,
not Yoda.
the Council, if you wish, they will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Taurus.
Yeah, I know a way off Terrace. The dude in the cantina already told me.
How can I help? Then I...
Yes, what's on your mind?
Everyone just wants to chill at my apartment. Nobody wants to talk about the cantina. Yeah, so, I mean, it is weird that I have to, like, I have to do this all over again. Oh, yeah, and there's no, like, because there's levels, there's no, like, XP share or anything, you know? Oh, so he's just gonna swoop in and tell me now. It's like a pun. Ooh, Candace. Oh, they want me to talk to Candace. Batawumpa. Oh, maybe they get the levels, like, retroactively. Like, they want you to... That's good, at least. Alright, what is Karth good at? Virtually nothing that's not combat related. Dang, his two-handed fighting is OD. Requires level 8. So I can't get any master rank abilities. This bonus is retroactive for levels previously gained. That's crazy. That's such a boost. I guess I'll add sniper. He's getting all the levels. See, my problem is that I always wanna use everybody, you know? Nice.
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm hither. Yeah, I don't. What is she good at? Everything? Okay. A high charisma adds modifiers to force-related feats. Oh, charisma would be... I think she's mostly force. Yeah, both of these guys, they don't do like anything cool. They just blow people up. And she's got all the force powers. Is she not a light side Jedi? I definitely want her to do cure and heal. Oh, that's just for world traveling. It's just for other Jedis. Why does it matter if she has that? Oh, stasis is really good. Stun droid. You have to be a dark Jedi. Yeah, see, this is what really pissed people off, is that you couldn't use Force Lightning unless you were like super OD. Train Life. I love Life Train, and I can't use it unless I'm... Maybe there's a mod to remove like the necessity for like dark and light side stuff. I hope it wouldn't break. I hope it wouldn't like break my game or anything, but a lot of these are higher level things. This is really good. Power shield. Like always having the ability to do one. And now she can get it. Yes. Oh, she's not 6 yet. Force immunity, immune to stuns, and night sense. Dang, man. That's why you suck so bad at the beginning, because they're gonna, they want you to get the Jedi powers. think she's like the flurried part. Doesn't Bastila like canonically have like a two-handed lightsaber? Oh wait. Where's Cure? Cure? Oh, these are feats. Yes, please. God, give me Cure.
Yes?
So she's got like mana, because she's got like the force pool that she can use, you know.
My name's Kadir. I'm the
My name's
janitor.
Kadir.
You must be the new tenant here, right? Yep. You look like an off-worlder. What don't...
Dude, I like literally never talked to this guy. It's a different day outside, I think, too. Am I in a new apartment? Where am I? Maybe I just didn't come all the way around here.
No problem.
No problem.
Got it.
Nice. Robbery at its finest. Well, they want us to talk to... What was this guy? I don't even remember. Just close your door, man. It's not that big of an ask. You've left it open all this time, friend? Here we go. I wonder if I will be interrupted along the way. I think you can break into the Sith base if you still have... Oh god, all these moody
How can I
women.
help?
That includes you too, Karth.
I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taurus. I'm curious as to what you and Karth were doing before we all joined forces. I managed to free myself, as I recall.
They could not make these two
In fact, if I
flirtier,
hadn't
you know what I
been
mean?
there, Brejik and his thugs might have killed you in that fight. It's probably more accurate to say that I rescued you. I'll admit that I probably wouldn't have been able to free myself if not for the brawl after the swoop race.
It's cool to see the ships flying around in the background, like the one that does the same thing. Not as cool to see the AI struggle to walk around each other.
Yet somehow you managed. You also avoided detection by the Sith, discovered I was a Vulcan prisoner.
Suddenly you're far
gained
away.
sponsorship for the race, and became the Taurus Swoop champion. That's quite a resume. Yes, well, I hardly consider myself a damsel in distress.
I'm getting it, guys.
I'm a member of
I know
the
which dialogue options they want me to
Don't
pick.
deny you've impressed me with what you've done. When you were chosen
We're
to
making
join
that
this
dream a
mission,
reality.
none of us expected this much from you.
3
The Jedi
tits
could have done
included.
such things, of course, but only by drawing heavily upon the Force. The Force is in all of us. Though for most
Did her
people it's
shadow
very
spawn?
There are some individuals outside
Did you
the
see
Jedi
that?
Order that we consider Force sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success. Though I'm not certain what to make of this discovery. Perhaps if you weren't... Well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training. But as it is... Ah, yes, the rescue again. Very well, for what it's worth, I concede the point to you. You rescued me from Brejik, and yet we're still stuck here on Taurus. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way off this planet.
Muchos Garcias, Bachelet. God, Terrace. We'll never get off this planet. Don't really care about this. So there's a Sith. Basically, you can get in the Sith base, and like the one dude said, we can get the Sith codes. But for whatever dumb reason, we have to go talk to Canderous again, even though we already know this. Probably because Canderous, as I think I already spoiled, he becomes part of the party as well.
Bastila, I was wondering something. how did those Vulcans manage to...
And they always want to talk, and the bars go up.
Were you knocked out when your escape pod crashed?
No, I was conscious. But my force powers were exhausted from using my battle meditation in the battle for the Ender Spire. Without my help, you might have never gotten off the ship alive.
Fair enough, but I've seen you Jedi in action. There's no way those thugs could have stood a chance against your lightsaber.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I couldn't find
I'm
it.
so
I
goofy.
looked everywhere in that pod.
God,
The
I'm
Vulcans
such a
were
klutz.
wrongly
I leave
eating
my
us.
lightsaber everywhere. I always get mad. I think it's in my purse, and then I go off to Taurus, and it turns out I didn't charge my tile, and I left it at home. Darn it. God, I need some kind of like carabiner or something where I can just like lock it to my side. Or they could put, you know, pockets on my sexy robes or something. Just saying. Is a side effect for battle meditation.
This is no laughing matter. During the crash, my lightsaber must have fallen from my belt and rolled under my seat. The Vulcans
They're really
probably
doing
found
this
it
right
there when
now.
they searched the wreckage.
Hey, don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of a legendary Jedi losing her lightsaber. Take my advice. This is one detail you might...
The Histories of Men, written by Brienne.
Hardly consider myself a legend.
Jamie had a small dick,
Though I will consider
and
your
Bashla
advice when I
would leave her
relate this
lightsaber
to the
everywhere.
Council. There is no need for them to know
I wouldn't
everything
want to be a
about
knight.
this
You know
one.
the kind of shit people would write about me in the histories? I leave my shit everywhere too. That was one of the coolest things about Game of Thrones, like I guess as far as like everything else being whack about season 8, at least that stuff was cool. Like the hold on.
I see from your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, do you require healing or medical supplies? It will just take me a moment.
It's cool that you can go in there and they're like, "What are you doing? You're kind of looking here. I'm a licensed professional."
Can't you see I'm busy with my duties?
I'm busy with my duties. I hail to the Sith. But no, it was cool in season 8 how they had like the whole thing that the knights like write the histories for each other. That's really cool. Apartments, equipment. I want to find the droids in the cantina. That's where I want to go. But yeah, I don't think it's really all that right to like romanticize nature. It's as horrible as it is. And
Bashla, did you ever think about joining all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan?
can we go do something, Garth?
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested itself. Yet even then I had the wisdom to obey the will of the Council.
The wisdom.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? Would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the Council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Masters saw beyond the immediate threat. There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi. Had the Council sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians conquer us unopposed? I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
You see how much interplay there is about the episode 3 kind of plot here?
In time, we would have aided you against the Mandalorians, but you couldn't wait. Revan and Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom. Now we see the results all around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the Council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would speak Mandalorian. I think we're done. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
Dang, that was pretty... God, this game was so good, man. Come on. You know, I had to re-edit the first 3 Star Wars movies to get that the Jedi Council was the entire problem and that they were just always just dragging their feet about everything. This game knew it right from the beginning. I don't even think episode 3 had come out by this point. And they were, I mean, maybe it had. I don't want to be quoted on that, but man, they really understood Star Wars. What do you want to talk about, Karth?
Yes, what's on your mind? Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it? So I've seen. If I were Malik, I'd be a bit nervous to have you on my tail. I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons.
You gotta pee there, Karth? Jeez. If you gotta go poop, man, there's plenty of bathrooms, or you can just go right off the cliff here and it'll drop down into the Undercity. That's why all those guys are wearing, like, actual, like, skin infections for clothes. What reasons?
Damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust
You're the one who wants to talk, man. I'm just the one here to be your backboard to get your shots off.
Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust? Of course the Jedi turned to the dark side.
They turned to the dark side.
However, who weren't Jedi.
Obviously.
Good men, trusted men who joined
We
them.
know how
Malik
Star
and
Wars
Revan
works.
Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy. I know, and I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
You gotta like how at least Karth and Basila's stories directly play into the main plot of this game, which is something that is an improvement over the other things in Mass Effect 2. Like, I think Mass Effect 2 is one of the best games ever made. In the side, like the loyalty quests for them are some of the most entertaining and interesting quests. But I love how the backstories of all the side characters get you more invested in the main quest as well. Can I buy you yet, dude? Come on.
Hachu apanki. Tangabun sha. Kakin cha na kwat na bon. Bona na kachu. Ki much.
I want you, T3M4. The not rusty one. I'm rustest, clearly.
The evil walks among us. The
Come
enemy
on,
is here.
Magneto.
It pains me when you
come on.
You are like the rest of them. I think that's maybe the Sith base over there. Thanks, friendo. Friendo Calrissian. Alright, so we'll go to the cantina to get told the same thing by somebody else. This is such a good game, man. The writers of this were just... They nailed it. And the best part about it is that Disney, well, not Disney at the time, but Star Wars let them do it.
You seem like you know how to get
Let them put something out that actually had value.
the person I'm looking for. My name's Canderous Ordo. I work for Davik Kang in the exchange.
We've already hung out like
The
twice,
hours aren't
dude.
great, but they promised me a fortune to work for them, and I had nothing better to do. Mandalorian mercs like me are in high demand. But lately, Davik hasn't been paying me what he promised. I don't like getting cheated, so I figure it's time for me to break the Sith quarantine and get off this backwater planet. I've got a plan to escape, Taras, but I can't do it alone. I need someone I know can get the job done to help me. That's where you come in.
Careful. Mercs like this haven't a lick of conscience. They'll betray you in a heartbeat. This could be a trap.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking with your friend.
Thankfully, somebody cuts him off. Also, the background teleported.
Anyone crazy enough to race like that is probably crazy enough to break into the Sith military base. I need someone to steal the Sith launch codes from the base. Without those codes, any ship leaving the atmosphere will be disintegrated by the Sith fleet's automated defense guns. Here's the deal. You bring me those launch codes, and I can provide the vehicle to get us off the planet. Davik's flagship, the Ebon Hawk. Getting in won't be easy. The Sith base is protected by an encrypted security system. It would take a top-of-the-line astromech droid to slice through it. Lucky for you, I know just the place to get a droid like that. Davik was having one custom built by
You were
Janice
about
Nall.
10 minutes
Just
too
tell her
early,
Candace
friend.
sent you, and she'll sell you the droid. Then you can use it to get the launch codes from the Sith base. Normally I'd do this myself, but everyone knows who I work for. If I broke into the Sith base, they'd send an army down on Davik's estate to get those codes back. That's why I need you.
I don't sense any deception from him, which is surprising. This may be exactly what we need.
Sooner or later, you'll figure this out. Either we work together or we both stay stuck here on Taurus. Come back and speak to me again when you've come to your senses.
Oh god, with Basil around, I might just come to my senses sooner than later. Alright, that's done for the... done with the weird way of coming out Basila stuff. Alright, back to the Uphard City. But yeah, I think that, again, like there are a couple species that, like, if I could have, like, a theoretical park, a conservation park, I'd like to do, like, lammergeiers and pangolins and stuff that you don't really see that's, like, really cool and, that's really cool and, like, could use the protections, which, I mean, everything is. I mean, there's so many species that require protections and they're going to be endangered, like, even if like we reach, like, this sustainability checkpoints for, like, carbon emissions and methane and gas and wind and hydropower, as unsustainable as that is, strangely, there's always going to be a pressure, so... And that was the easiest way to not spend 2,000 credits. Who are we bringing in there? Bring Bastila and T3. Oh, I got dark side points. I just didn't want to spend the money. Wait, can't I? Hold on. I gotta go back to the crib. I swear I... Return to hideout. Yes. I think the Sith base is on this side. Go into the hideout. Walk outside of the hideout. Add. Thank you. What up, little dude? And dang, his intelligence is so high. Let's do this. Cool. Wait, what? But I can't spend it. Okay. Dang, this guy's got the skills, man. Dang, he's mostly used for this stuff, huh? He's pretty bad at combat. I mean, it makes sense. He's a little past version of R2. I think the idea is to kind of like plug him filled with all of these other skills. And then, dang, he gets a lot of these for free too. Dang, he's gonna be ridiculous when you get level 8. Cool. What up?
Oh, hello again.
Oh, hello! I'm a little dude. I'm zipping around. Nice. Good stuff. Maybe we'll get into the Sith base and then we'll figure out the next stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be pressure on species because of, even if we are like reaching a sustainable level of is this like the pod? I think this is supposed to be the pod that Basilisk crashed in. They just left it here. Nobody wanted to clean it up, I suppose. Where is the Sith base? I guess it's in the upper city. Is this actually... No, this isn't like real light. This is just like faked light around his head. But there's always going to be a pressure exerted on species, even if we do reach like some kind of sustainable level of power that's not polluting. And I think it's kind of dumb to expect the best and not really like prepare for any kind of realistic scenario. Like, you know, I've been described as, by my dad at least, as being like a cynical idealist, I guess. You know, like I want to... I think the Sith base is up there. Nope.
How can I help?
I hit the wrong button, sorry. As like a cynical idealist in the sense that like I try to keep my opinions rooted in what I think that the lowest common denominator will do, or the most like obvious thing that'll happen. It's kind of cool to see the shadows like pop in and out like that in an old game like this.
Listen to me, people. That is a terrible scourge
but
on our planet.
to me it's like very I think you have to like obviously plan for the worst, and yeah, I think this is that like the new Sith logo, or is that like the classic military base? Nice. Dang, just automatically like that, huh? But yeah, it's just kind of dumb to do these things and to not expect the worst. And I think that there's a lot of you know, potential to integrate these species into like regular life. Because again, like as I said, like nature only programs through killing, right? Nature shouldn't be romanticized, even if we are conserving it. And a lot of like the best things that have come out of nature are not natural, like dogs, you know, cats, cows, things that don't have like hardwired like I want to kill you or I want to like lay eggs in your brain instincts. I wonder like if there could be any kind of value to like trying to re-domesticate wild species and using them for tasks, like as a way of integrating these animals without allowing them to go extinct. I mean, I'm sure that brings up a question of you know, what is the value of even keeping them around then if they're just going to become something for else too. And I understand, like, to me the obvious value of conservancy is to try to pick, you know, to clean up your dishes, so to speak. Did he just like get off here and land over here? He does not know where he wants to park. His girlfriend's like, park closer to the Publix. Park closer. Why do you park so far away every time? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna park over here. But yeah, I think it's she's just skating. I think the value of doing it is cleaning up your dishes and leaving the world at least as good of a place as you left it. And unfortunately, there isn't a realistic way to keep nature around in the same way as I think with, you know, ever expanding populations globally. Even if like population expansion isn't growing country to country, it's really only like expanding in Africa. in India, where people have lots of kids because kids die, unfortunately, in the needs of agriculture. But I don't know. I think people need to take more realistic and creative solutions to fixing these things versus just like taking a tiger and being like, no one will kill this thing or want its fur because I spent 10 years raising it, and I'd be really sad if it died. And they'd be like, you know what? You'd be sad, so I'm not going to do poaching anymore. Anyways, this guy wants to sell you some Naruto merchandise, some third-party Naruto merchandise. Has his very cool glasses. Will leave you to entail from his personal store on Facebook, which will not ship to you in the time that was advertised. Anyways, next time we break into the Sith base, good talk. Let's set it off. Bye-bye.